would you have done at 1:14 a.m. with a warning? And this is for us to better understand Flash Flood Alley. Different than Camp Longhorn.
Right.
Different geography. And that's really important to understand Flash Flood Alley and the geography, which higher ground, I don't know if at La Junta it's available. It certainly is at Mystic. So what would you have done just for us to understand the implementation of these bills that we're working on?
First of all, I would have, we would have talked to our security guard. We do have an active security guard at night. Even with the security guard, there was, failure in that point that we spoke with them during the night, and there was no warning of rising waters or anything like that coming into camp. If I had received a warning at 1:14 in the morning, I would have gone down. We would have looked at materials. We would have looked at equipment to see what was on the floodplain. And that's the first thing that we would have done. I would have known that campers were not, down in the area. They would not have been down along the riverfront. From where I've seen the water, I would have, that's where we look at our flood lines and of what's coming to camp for. And so I would have, started there, and we would have made sure that our security guard knew about the warning and would have continued to.
Would you have evacuated children that are sleeping in a floodplain?
We did not have, we only had one cabin in a floodplain. And I would not have evacuated them. I would have had our security guard stationed over and been paying attention in main camp with the idea of looking at rising water. But I would not have evacuated them immediately from at 1:14 in the morning, no.
Hindsight's 2020.
Right.
It's very clear.
Exactly.
What would you do today?
We would definitely evacuate. I mean, definitely I would have, again, talked to our security guard, and and had that urgency to be aware of the warnings, to be aware of the situation. But definitely we would have looked at, evacuating, buddying them up in the, in the higher cabins, and we would have done that for sure.